Today on Drawbli, we are drawing...
Weasels.
Weasels. You can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future Weasels.
I'm not really drawing a weasel.
What?
This is one of the Mustelid family.
What, Mustelid?
5 minutes ago, we literally learned all of this stuff. Yes, you were right next to me when we learned this.
I know, I'm feigning ignorance.
Oh.
But also, was it Mustelid?
It was Mustelid.
Mustelid, right. Okay. So the Mustelid family includes weasels and other things?
Otters, badgers, martens.
Which look like foxes, I thought. From a quick scroll past.
Very quick scroll past.
From a very quick
It could
scroll.
have briefly been mistaken for a fox.
Like if you
On
were
further
blind.
inspection.
If you were blind, you'd say, "What, fox?"
If you were blind, yes. No. And then
So
these
you are not doing a
polecats.
weasel. I'm doing a weasel.
Mine is a marbled polecat.
Polecat.
Yes, I have heard of polecats.
I
I
have not.
actually thought
Are they
polecat-
strippers?
No. I used to think that polecat was a southern term for a raccoon.
Oh, really?
I don't know where I got that idea.
Huh? Yeah, I've never heard of a polecat.
I had definitely heard of them, but I genuinely thought that was just like you know how we have roly-polies as another name
Yes.
for pill bugs.
Yes, I do.
I thought it was just another
Love me
name
some
for
roly-polies.
that. So
Huh.
you know, it's its own little animal, and it's very cute. This one in particular is very cute.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a weasel.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. But we learned that your creature is not so cute because they're actually pretty much identical in what they do to skunks.
Yes.
Where they can release a toxic odor. Not toxic.
Although
but,
I was saying that I've actually
horrible
heard
smelling.
that ferrets also can be a very musky kind of animal to keep. I want to say I've heard that too. So it might, my point being, it might be relatively universal within this population of types of animal, the mustelids.
Well, that's why they're called mustelids, because they're musty. But yes, that one specifically does release like an actual bad smelling odor. Like a skunk would do. Like skunks don't just stink all the time. You know that, right?
Right.
Like they feel threatened or
Oh, yeah.
whatever, and they're like, yo, check out this nasty ripping fart that they do.
We had a neighbor that had one that had the stinks removed from it.
Had the stinks removed.
We took out its
Saying
stinks.
it that way is amazing. Yeah. Oh, Ben? Yeah, before we got married, I had its stinks removed.
Oh my gosh. But they would take it for walks around the neighborhood.
That's hilarious. That's got to be so, like, you know people are taking pictures of them.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
while they're doing that.
They only did it like at Halloween, but we'd
Aw.
see that little. Well, I don't think it was like maybe the skunk didn't really love going for walks, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. How often do you need to walk a skunk?
They might be, like, really shy animals, you know?
They're little. I think they're kind of nocturnal, aren't they?
Oh,
So,
I don't
yeah.
think so. Not to my knowledge, but I know very little about mustelids.
Let's go with
and
yes.
Skunks. Sure, why not?
Right, exactly.
I mean, humans can be nocturnal, so why can't skunks?
I think skunks would be more likely to be nocturnal. I've only ever seen skunks at night, so that's where I'm basing that knowledge off of.
Sounds correct to me. There's no way that could be challenged. I've only seen this, therefore, fact.
Therefore, fact. Human experience at its finest. So what's your strategy for
That-
capturing the essence
That is a
of
great
the
question.
weasel?
That is a great question. And my strategy is to just start really rough here with some very quick lines. And then I'm going to get in and start actually adding some color, some paint. With my good old flat brush. I discovered in our last recording that I could use the smudge brush with the softer brush. And that created some really cool effects. And I'm going to play around with that again, hopefully. Here
Fabulous
a little more
idea.
today.
I love it.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, just kind of getting in here really rough and quick. I'm actually, to initially start, just going to very quickly sample some colors from my reference image and get into it.
I like that. I am trying to put in a basic line work structure first, but it's a very like amorphous animal. Like trying to pin down these shapes accurately.
It's because furry.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It is hard work.
It's hard to understand. So we were talking about potentially for today drawing some clouds, right? Clouds are special because they're very like they're not solid objects, and fur is very similar in that regard. It can be very difficult to do fur because you're not representing a volume, so to speak, like a shape, a volumetric form. You're representing something that is lots of little tiny furs. Like, I mean, everybody knows what hair and fur is. Like, I don't need to explain it.
Right.
Very, very hard. Very hard, indeed.
Yes, it is very difficult. Hence me just sitting here in silence for a second there, just like, yes, and then just madly focused in on just trying to convey something accurate here. I've made his front portion all funny. What have I done here?
That's okay. It can be funny. He can be funny. Honestly, I often lean on humor as a crutch in my art to.
I don't think that's what I meant by funny.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I do.
Oh my god,
I do
you
this.
were not funny.
I do this to, make something that's visually interesting because humorous art can be visually interesting and fun. And it's not something we see a ton of, honestly. Maybe like web comics and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like where you went with that. Once again, I really just meant it doesn't look right. But I like that you took it to mean like, I have inserted comedy into my animal. Here, we'll give him a little comedic eye. That's a smiley face.
A comedic eye. Oh. Ooh, yours is very fun.
Oh, well, thank you.
So the way you do your lines is so interesting. Like, you will use, like, some really big shapes to represent your stuff. I'm not gonna get in...
You mean, like, big, like, larger sketch brushes?
Yeah, like, not really lines. You're like, oh, I'm doing my line work, but you're, like, almost painting your lines, like...
I feel like it's reminiscent of working with charcoal, which is such a fun
Yes,
medium.
that is your experience, That's
I have a little bit in there. My sisters are very good at it.
That's your background.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
My sister Ava likes to work in charcoal. She
brought over that charcoal book the other day, and that was very fun.
Oh, well, that was my sister Anna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you keep all of my sisters straight? No. Anna, Ava, they're not like similar or anything.
You only
have
have 8 siblings.
I know.
I wasn't listening to the name. I heard you say charcoal and immediately thought of your sister that's like very heavily into art and brought a charcoal book over like a few days ago.
I know, which is why it's all the more surprising that I'm referencing then Ava, who is actually also a very talented young artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does a good job.
But when I think of charcoal in your family, I think of your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Anna.
Anna is also very good at charcoal, so I could see why. They're both very excellent.
Now, why did you get so into charcoal? Like,
charcoal is a very quick medium. It does not take a lot of time to create large images with big...
Really?
And you can represent huge shifts in value very quickly.
I don't know if that's true.
It's true.
I mean, it takes a long time still.
But think of the tip of a charcoal pencil. It's much wider than the tip of a traditional pencil.
So you're just saying because it's a bigger brush.
Yeah. But you can also get detailed with it too. It smudges very easily. So if you want to blend things out, it blends out quite quickly and easily.
So in terms of traditional mediums, it's one of the fastest because it's larger, is what you're saying.
I might be saying that.
Well, what about digital art, where you can just make your brush absolutely ginormous?
I know, digital art is...
So it's like the fastest?
No, digital art is absolutely very quick. I heard some artist on YouTube say that they very much valued being introduced to digital art at a young age themselves. They were fortunate enough to have that experience because it gave them the ability to experiment with color and many other things from a very early time.
Yes, and who was this, Abby?
I don't remember.
Ah.
It was... I genuinely don't remember. It wasn't Loesch for one.
That's what I was kind of hinting
I know.
at.
You'd think you would think that the only artist I know exists is Loesch. But no, I know other artists.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something on TikTok that said if I name my line art as the reference label, then I should be able to, drag and drop. I don't really like how that turned out, but...
If you name it as what? You know secrets over there? You learning TikTok secrets?
I learned a secret on TikTok the other day that if you take your line work layer and mark it as the reference, then you create new layers on top of it. When you drag and drop paint onto it...
I have no idea what you're talking about. You will have to show me later.
I will show you later. I can show you now.
What do you mean mark it as a reference? Like you're writing?
Like where you can mark it as a clipping mask in that same menu, you can mark it as the reference layer.
I see, yeah.
And once you do that, if you like drag and drop, and I'm sure it has other like functional abilities as well, but this is the only one I know of so far. You can just drag and drop your color right into it.
Oh, I do know what it does, yeah.
Which may even mean...
It's like pseudo on the same layer.
Yeah,
essentially. Which
could mean you would even be able to skip like using your selection tool.
Yeah. Well, it's not perfect.
It's not.
And especially if your lines are not like closed up and clean, which is pretty common for some people.
For you maybe?
For some people.
What
So yeah, I don't know. How do you think your weasel's going? Mine's going. Mine's
going slow. I think, like you said, animals are not easy.
Furry animals are
definitely tricky.
Definitely.
So I'm just zooming in on his face, and I'm gonna not stress too much if I don't end up being able to work on his body as much. I think is kind of where I'm going with this.
Yeah, mine's gotten very muddy here.
And that's the other thing with furry animals is it's very easy to make them too muddy too quickly. Although I don't even know what brush I accidentally selected, but I'm liking it for just my kind of basic representation of short fur. It's going quite well, I think.
Yeah, I need to like figure out what I'm doing here.
I know. This is kind of something that on the one hand you can just throw yourself into and get started on. And on the other, though, it's a little bit... Oh, I was drawing on my reference layer.
Oh, Abby. Man. Come on. I thought we figured this out. I thought we got better about that.
We did.
For a short time.
For a very, very short time.
For like 2 days.
I know.
Seems like just about every other episode we end up doing that at least once or twice.
That's okay. Live and learn.
Did you fix it? Somewhat?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, I don't know. I might skip out on the body and go work on the face a little more. I'm just trying to like get something there. You know how it is. You know how we do.
I absolutely do. Yeah, I'm kind of skipping away from the body. Although, you're adding a lot to the body right away, right?
I was just kind of filling in some little gaps here and there, but now I'm like, I kind of want to work on the face more, And we should make art of what we want.
Absolutely. Let's see here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I'd like somebody to come and help me with the test.
The test?
Yes. If somebody could come over here and feed me the answers.
Where's the answer sheet? Is there
is it A or B or what do I do?
Yeah. I would also like that. The art answers.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else got the answer bug.
Oh, yeah?
Well, no, I take that back. I have the same sheet everybody else is working with, but...
Yours is in another language. Weird.
Yeah.
My weasel, I don't know. I'm trying to figure him out. I think it's gonna take some experimentation. Experimenting is something that I really enjoy doing. It's just kind of hard to do it in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I know. We really should start breaking up certain pictures into longer segments where we say, okay, we're going to work on this in the next episode.
Maybe we work on our weasel for 2 episodes.
Maybe.
I don't know. It depends if we like our weasel enough.
I know, that's the thing. It has to be like a picture where we're both like, yes, I love working on this, and I want to see how far I can take it into the next
I would have enjoyed doing that for the mushrooms, to play with those a lot more.
We could go back and redo that.
We can always go back. Oh my gosh, I never thought of that. Wow, you're a genius. We need to go back. We gotta go back.
Oh my gosh. No, we're gonna argue about where that's from again.
Well, maybe that's what we do next for our next little daily doodle here. We find something that we've worked on in the past and go back
Let's do
and
that.
make it better.
That's a great idea. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, that'd definitely be fun. I would enjoy that.
Should we work on like the same? Should we go back to like the same subject,
Ooh.
or should we each like pick?
That's a good question.
pick one that we like.
I think we could pick whatever we want. I don't think it has to be the same one. You know, because oftentimes one of us will do like a lot better on something or
I feel
enjoy.
like this happens a lot, where one of us is like, "I loved that one," and the other's like, "I survived."
yeah, like the Gucci episode.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, well, I don't know.
I don't even know if I would say I survived that one personally.
It was a bit rough, huh?
But yeah, let's do that. That'd be so much fun. Ooh, I'm trying to think like which piece I would go back to that we've worked on so far. We've done so many. Like at this point, like it's actually really cool to look back at like all the different stuff that we've done, because we have done so many.
We've worked on quite a bit now.
All right, we're giving this guy. He's got some crazy whiskers. How do you feel about your whisker situation?
I haven't attacked the whisker situation just yet.
Do you have a lot of whiskers on your guy?
He's got whiskers, that's for sure.
And?
Yeah, there are definitely some whiskers. I just haven't addressed that yet. There's quite a bit to address on this little guy. There you go.
Yeah, they're complicated.
They're really cute though.
Ooh, you know what we should try to do in the future as well? There's so many fun things. Like, we've been like talking about so many different ideas. There's so many fun things we can do. I think it would be really fun to do like just a fur study, like maybe even like stylized fur.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah?
I love stylized art.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah.
It's okay, I guess. You know?
You've just built your whole like career on it, that's all.
It's whatever. All right, something that I learned, a little technique, stratagem, is what I'm gonna call it.
Let's hear
because
it.
it's a gem.
Go for it.
Is like adding just like a little bit of this on the edge of your little furry creature can kind of add a little extra depth to the fur. Can kind of
Oh yeah, I
break
remember
the
that you did
silhouette
that
a
with your
little.
cat quite cleverly when we did cats a while ago.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like complicated, I don't think. Again, I've only literally done it like once. But yeah, it's been, oh gosh dang it, I did it on the wrong layer.
Ah, such is life.
Such be life.
Yeah, I liked how I remember that with your cat, how much it like actually made such a difference. It was really cool to see.
Well, I'm back. I'm doing it again.
Back, baby.
I'm back, baby. Oh wow, your weasel looks so good.
Oh well, thank you.
I just looked over for the first time. You're doing such a great job.
You're so sweet.
The way you blend is so different to me. Like,
Really?
oh yeah, 100%
Huh.
different. Like,
I do a lot of what I wish I didn't do as much of that I do is a lot of these little short strokes.
I think that's what it is. But I also do that, you know.
I've seen, for lines especially, I've seen a lot of people say that's not ideal. I mean, obviously for fur, totally fine. And if I'm kind of sketching, and since he's a furry creature, probably okay to do it.
Probably.
I mean, nobody's going to come arrest me, but
They might. The fur police.
their thing. The furry police.
The furry police? That might be actually a thing.
I bet there's some Zootopia themed people out there who are like, yeah, my guy's from Zootopia. He's a cop.
Your guy? Like your fursona? Your
Yeah,
guy?
Yeah, my guy.
My guy?
Persona. What's up, my guy?
What's your guy sona?
What's my guy? Ooh, a guy sona.
Guy Fieri.
Have you seen the bachelorette parties where all the girls get Guy Fieri wigs and they go out on the town as a giant, massive group of Guy
Can't
Fieris?
say that I have, to be honest.
It's incredible.
Is it? Is it now?
Yes.
Wow, that certainly sounds incredible.
It's
Have you done
something
this
to see.
before?
I have not,
But
but
you've seen people do it.
I think I've had some friends do it, and then I definitely saw a TikTok with about 30 girls doing it. you know, one of those probably a sorority or something.
A gaggle of fieries.
There were a lot of fieries in the group.
Wow, that's pretty fun.
Uh-huh. They all drew on like little mustaches and beards.
I would be into it. I'd join in the ruckus.
Yeah.
I'm adding on these like little bits of fur, and he's like getting a little angry looking, which is awesome. He's coming together here. Yeah, it's as long as it's cute-ish. Cute-ish is my
Cute-ish is my middle name.
Cute-ish is wow. These guys don't really have furry ears. Do you guys have furry ears?
My guys have kind of furry, fuzzy ears, yeah. They're pretty cute. I gotta give them whiskers if I'm gonna do that.
Oh, you did a really good job. Or
Thanks.
you're doing a really good job.
Yeah, I do feel like it's about time to start looking for the finishing touches. Maybe I'll add the whiskers, like I said.
What are you going to do for finishing touches then?
Yeah, the whiskers.
Oh, okay. Just the whiskers. Okay. Just the whiskers.
Try the gel
I'm going to
pen.
finish up just the slightest amount of extra little fur here around the face. And call my weasel complete. Oh, you know what? Here. I'm going to add like a little extra, just a couple extra areas of depth around these eyes.
That made no difference. I tried switching to a different pen for my whiskers. My whiskers are very stark, very abrupt.
What does that mean? Abrupt how?
I mean, they're just white, and they're very clearly
they're very
drawn
well. They're very
on.
thin, and they're so thin that
I almost want them to look softer. Maybe if I like mute their tone a little bit.
mute that tone.
They're still very like stark. I almost feel like I don't know how I would change that, but we're just gonna roll with it. Maybe it's not as bad as I think.
I think my weasel's pretty much done. I could do like lots of tiny little things here, I think, but like I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say I am completed with my weasel.
All right, I will say the same then. Ooh, I just realized my weasel inadvertently has the sun coming up behind
Well, hold on,
him.
you didn't do a weasel.
Oh,
Careful.
excuse me, my polecat.
Your polecat. All right, here is my my beautiful weasel.
Oh, he's so cute. I love him.
Aw.
I love his face. It's so vibrant and dynamic. I feel
Wow.
like he has so much expression.
Vibrant
and
and
it's very
dynamic.
like articulated.
This is the first time I've ever made something that's vibrant and dynamic, so I feel like
Yes.
this is a big step in the right direction
Yes,
for me.
I'm definitely just using words for the feel of the words versus the meaning of the words.
Okay, let me check out yours. Wow. Oh my gosh, yours is so dynamic
You are so
and
funny.
vibrant.
So funny.
Here, I'm gonna hide this guy. He's so fun. You did such a good job blending here, like the fur separation,
you.
like the colors in the face, and yeah, that's really cool. I like the way that you did that. This is actually something that I see you do on your little dog doodles that you do occasionally.
What's that?
Like this blending, this striation technique where it's like all flowing together through there.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Huh.
I don't really know how you do it, but I like it.
That's interesting.
Very, very
that,
nice.
You know, as I become more like familiar with your little art habits that you may not even realize you have, you're noticing mine too that I have no idea about. But yeah, that's cool.
Thank you for watching. You can, of course, join us by sharing your
Weasels.
online using the hashtag
Drawbli.
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 And click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos.
Yes.
And this is the part where we say,
Goodbye.
a little delayed, but yes, goodbye, everybody. Let's go grab some food. Maybe we'll have some polecat.
That is such a weird thing to say. Why would we eat polecats? That'd be like eating a skunk.